I have nothing to worry about. I'm on ground. I'm in charge. The Attorney General of the Federation, AGF, Abubakar Malami, states on his verified Twitter page. And this have got so many Nigerians talking. Some people come they talk, say, in the happy, say Nnamdi Kanu, the DSS custody, despite court, rulings that discharged and acquitted him. Some people can't even talk, say, in don't turn Lord now, but make it not forget, say, after office, in go visit EFCC, go cool off. So come they talk, say, this statement when he make, maybe not because of the cry out when the IPOB leader's lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, today, that says the DSS, have denied Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's medication for 4 days now. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health is not really smiling at him at all. So Nigerians talk many things, so you understand. People come they ask and say, wait till they make and they jubilate. You have nothing to worry about. Because you people knows that what Nnamdi Kanu said, was not out of place. And that is the reason why he is pushing very hard to make sure, he executes what he having in his mind. Well, then they talk, say, who laugh last, laugh the best laugh. He can be jubilating now, whether what he said is connecting to Nnamdi Kanu's case or is not connecting to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case. But what will make AGF, Abubakar Malami, make such a statement in the country like Nigeria now, what we are going through today, hardship everywhere. You have nothing to worry about because they have looted so many money for their 5th grandchildren. So what does it have to worry? And if I want to link it back to Nnamdi Kanu's matter, he has nothing to worry because he feels he owns the knife, he owns the yam. He knows how to cut it and nobody dares to challenge him. And that is exactly what he's doing concerning this Nnamdi Kanu's case. Well, Nigerians should not also forget that he did not start today. Pursuing of Nnamdi Kanu did not start today. It's just that this very one they did in Kenya, the thing can't hold them for truth. Say, when you are desperate of something, they make mistake. That is exactly what he did. Even the one they did in Umuahia is really very wrong. But they are desperate to get him. But they are not desperate to get bandits who have driven their people from their place. So many Northerners are now in IDP camp. But they are not bothered about it. Their only problem is just agitators. Nnamdi Kanu cannot go. Nnamdi Kanu cannot do this. Nigerian government will press more charges after Appeal Court have released him. This thing is just funny. People, they look at like, honestly speaking, it's very hard to speak out. How can the government stand against an Appeal Court ruling that discharge somebody? The Nigerian government say the person cannot go, so they have done court themselves. So why are you still going to court when you know that you can make your decisions yourself? You know that you can make your decisions. You shouldn't have even brought him back to Nigeria. But all these things are just God's doing, because if they have wanted to kill him, they would have killed him in Kenya and nobody will hear about it. After all, when Malami brought him to Nigeria, Nnamdi Kanu was in Nigeria for good 2 days because his condition was really very bad. This was as a result of the torture he went through in Kenya for good 8 days. The condition was really very good. So they were waiting for when he would start reviving a little. Then they can now show him to Nigerians that still the IPOB leader is with us. You understand? So nobody for still know or hear anything about it. But God pushed them to bring him back to Nigeria. That singular heart That is what has hooked them. Even the Supreme Court, they don't go now. Unless say the Supreme Court won't tell us say their own courts not they this planet Earth. Because I am just wondering the kind of judgment that the federal government want, that those just want to favor them against IPOB leader. Record that the Court of Appeal in Abuja, ruled that the rendition of the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, from Kenya was illegal, and therefore he should be discharged and acquitted. You can imagine the whole AGF. We won't be saying we don't even know anything about law. We not go law school. I understand that extraordinary rendition is a big offense, even before international court. So him, who is an AGF, should have known better, because it's part of the law. Every day, let's just assume that the law, everything is his head. That is how we look at lawyers. They know everything. You understand? Even when they read it, we believe that everything is in their brain. You understand? But for you, as a AGF, you took that action. As a government, you took that action. You kidnapped the young man from Kenya to Nigeria. That will not do you. Now, courts don't say, make him go, say him free. You say, no, that he jumped bail. And if we talk about jumping of the bail, why did he leave Nigeria? Because he is speaking English for us. He don't turn to law language. IPOB leader jumped bail. He jumped bail. That is why he cannot be free. That is the only thing he is using against him. Now, if the Nigerian government did not invade his house was invaded in Afaruku, Ibuku in 2017, after they have released him from bail. This man had never thought of leaving Nigeria because he was there. October is supposed to appear in court. The Nigerian government, want to take it to another dimension. You know what I mean? They invaded his house, but they did not succeed. God whisked him out. Now, that is exactly what AGF Abubakar is, holding. Well, he said he's on ground. But don't forget that no one can be on ground forever. This is life for you. Our life is not permanent. So there is no how you can be on ground forever. How many months is left for them to go? So I am even wondering why he should say he's on ground. If I link it to Nnamdi Kanu's case, if I link it to his office, I don't know how on ground he is, because he's counting days and months right now. I'm dropping it. Thank you for always listening.